Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just doing a basically like a 2023 wrap up, or just all the books that I read in 2023. I am a new reader, so I just started, so there's definitely not a whole bunch. It's just a couple of them because I started probably like in June, like around June, because that's when I got a Kindle too. So yeah, I think I started around that, or like maybe just like a tiny bit before that or something. But yeah, so basically all the books that I read in 2023 I'm going to show you. I believe I read 8 books. Yeah, because I think my Goodreads has counted one twice for some reason. So I read 8 books and I DNF'd 2, and I'll show you what they are too, and my reasoning, and I might come back to some of them, we'll see. But okay, so I'm going to take you and show you all the books that I read in 2023. So the first book, I have my Goodreads here to show me like basically what I rated it and stuff. So okay, so the first book I read in 2024, I don't have the copy because I lended it to someone. I don't have it. But it was Verenity by Colleen Hoover, or I always say Verenity, Verity by Colleen Hoover. Yeah, this is probably what got me into like wanting to read more. I thought it was really good. I did give it a 5-star. But again, I'm new at reading, so, but I'm pretty, like, even though I just started reading, that's like kind of my first book into like really reading again, or not even again, just reading at all, because the only time I read before was like high school books that you had to read, or like school books that they would make you read. But actually reading things that I want to read. I have read a couple like self-help, like development like kind of books before, but I haven't read any recently in 2023. But yeah, so the first one I read was Verity by Colleen Hoover, 5-star, and I think I would keep it at a 5-star. I don't think I would change it at all, because I think just the, like, it was like shocking, like reading some of that stuff, and then like the ending and like the twist and everything, it was just all together just a good story, and it kept me wanting to read it. Like, I did not want to put it down when I really started like kicking into reading it. I did not want to put it down at all. So yeah, I read that one. So then after that I read The Silent Patient by what is his name, Alex Michaels, I think. I still have the Target sticker on it, or Michael Ledze. I don't know how to say his last name, but this book was really good too. It started off kind of slow. I know that this one kind of took me a while to like read it, because I kind of like put it down and didn't pick it back up for quite a little bit. But yeah, this book was really good. The whole story, like, it started slow, but at the end it really got me, and I like couldn't put it down either after I got to a certain point, and the twist was really good, and I gave this a 4-star. 4 stars because of the beginning, because I think it was a little slow, and it like took me a while to read it because of that, because I was kind of like, okay, like, is this actually gonna be good or what? But once I got through it and got to the end and all that and read the ending, I was like, this is good. It's a really good book. Really good twist at the end. I like it. And then my next book that I read, which really kickstarted me, I'm pretty sure at this point I had my Kindle, so I did read from like the physical and the Kindle for this one. But I got I still have the sticker on this one too, but I read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. This was so good. I thought, like, it was like I couldn't put it down either, and I was like, what is happening? Like, I needed to know what was going on. Like, and if you know, like, there was a character in here that really made me freaking mad a lot of the times, but then, you know, things change. But I'm not trying to give it away or anything, but yeah, it was crazy. Really good book. And I read, like I said, I read it with the physical copy, and I had gotten my Kindle at this point, so I read it on my Kindle too. But this was another book that I read pretty fast. I think it took me, so I'm a slower reader, so like I don't read books in a day. Like, I have never read a book in one day, but this took me about like 2 weeks to read. And I don't, sometimes, like, there's some days that I just don't pick it up to read it, and that's why I feel like sometimes it takes me longer to read them, because I don't like sit there and read like chapters and chapters like every single day. But yeah, this was definitely a good one. I gave this a 5-star. I think I would give it a 5-star again too. And I would probably read it again, honestly, because I feel like I read it back in like June. And I feel like, well, you know, this is part of a series, so okay, so I just got this book in, actually. I didn't have the physical copy, but I got the physical copy because I want all of the books in this. And if you didn't know, the third one is coming out, I think, June of 2024, and I'm definitely gonna get that one to read it. But I read The Housemaids, and then I read The Housemaid's Secret like right after it, because I was like, I need to know what happens. Like, I need to know if there's anything else going on. So I read it right after, and yeah, this one was really good too. I feel like, I don't know, looking back, I don't know which one I like more, but I feel like I don't know which one was more shocking. I think The Housemaid's Secret was a little bit more shocking. I'm trying to remember like what had happened. Yeah, I think, no, I don't think it was more shocking. I think it was just more satisfying, like what happened at the end of this one. But they were both really good. I read this one fully on my Kindle, and when I was on vacation. And if you ask like my aunt and all them that were on vacation with me, they were like, you just kept reading. Like, I was always reading the book, so I had to figure out what was happening in that. But yes, I read these two. I also think I gave The Housemaid's Secret 5-star. I think they're very good thrillers. And yeah, thrillers obviously I think is my top genre anyway, in books. I have not read a horror yet, but I do like scary movies and all that, so we'll see if I like those. But thrillers, definitely, like thriller, mystery, all that is definitely my _1 book genre that I like. But yeah, so I read these two. Can't wait to read the third one in June. And then because I read those two and I was like obsessed with Frida McFadden, and I just like the way she writes. It's really easy to write, or really easy to read, and I got through them pretty fast. So after that, I don't have the physical copy to this either, but I think I am going to get one. I read The Inmate, and I read that on my Kindle as well. That one was really good too. I think for me, I think the story was a little bit slow in the beginning, but like, yeah, it was still really good. The twist was really good. The epilogue, I think it's called, at the end, like, was shocking. I was like, what is going on? I was like in shock, but I think I gave this one a 4-star. It was good, but I still think that The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret was just better. But yeah, I did like that one as well. Okay, and I think so. No, I'll do the books that I DNF'd at the end, but I did read, I was reading one that I ended up DNFing in between these thriller books, but I'll do that one at the end. So my next one is It Ends With Us, and I went way out of my genre, like thrillers and all that, and it was like summertime, and I was like, you know what, let's try to get something a little bit lighter. Let's see, I see this book everywhere. I know I don't really like, I don't know, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the romance or whatever. I don't know if this is yeah, I think it's romance, like type of genre thing, but I was like, you know what, let me see it, because I did like Verity from Colleen Hoover, and it was easy to read for me, so I was like, let me see if this one's any good, because I feel like those were like really popular books at the time too, that like were all over my my TikTok, and I was like on Book Talk for a while. So I did read that. I don't have a physical copy, but I did read it on the physical copy. I just gave it to my sister to read. But I did read it on, did I read it on the Kindle? I don't remember. If it's on Kindle Unlimited, I probably did read it on the Kindle and the physical copy. Yeah, I think I did both. I'm pretty sure I did both. But anyway, shockingly, this was a 5-star read for me. Like, I very much enjoyed it, and I didn't expect to enjoy it. Like, I did a review, and with my review I said, didn't expect to enjoy this as much as I did. Didn't think I would like this type of book, but it was so good. So like, I don't know, I thought it was really good. The ending was like perfect. Like, I don't even know, I can't really say anything else, but I didn't think I was gonna like romance, and I actually did really enjoy this book. Now, the only thing that I'm a little iffy about for romance is I don't think, like, I don't know what it is, and yes, I guess I judge books by the cover, but I cannot get myself right now to read any romance books that have like the cartoon like characters on the front of it. Like, I don't know what it is. I maybe somewhere down the line I'll read one and it'll surprise me, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm a thriller, you know, mystery, scary, horror type of person, so and that is like the stuff that I usually like. So I think that's what it is. I'm just kind of just like, this might be a little bit too, like, I don't know, cheesy maybe for me or something. I don't know, but we'll see. I won't say I'll never read one, let's just say that, but for right now I'm just not really gravitated towards those. But It Ends With Us was really good, and I do have I'm going to do a video on my TBR for 2024, and I did get It Starts With Us for Christmas, so we'll see how that one is. I am gonna read the second one. I did hear that, I know one of my friends said that they really thought that It Ends With Us should have been like its own thing. Like, that's it, like it's done. It was that good that it didn't need any more. But we'll see, because we'll see how I feel about it. Because I don't know, like, I mean, I'm trying not to do any spoilers, but I think that I'm probably, at the end of it, I'm probably still gonna like It Ends With Us better. but I am interested to read the second one. So, and I do have that one, so that you'll probably see in my 2024 TBR. All right. Take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. Okay, next one. Okay, next one. Yeah, okay, so I read Layla from Colleen Hoover. Still have a sticker on it. This one took me a while to read, and it made me a little bit mad, but then like once you get through the whole book, you're like, oh, I don't know, it was just, and this is supposed to be like, so like I read Verity, and you know, I kept seeing like, oh, that was like her most like thriller-ish book that Colleen Hoover has written. And then I heard people talking about Layla, and they were like, yeah, this one's kind of like another thriller type of one, more like paranormal. And I was like, that sounds like it'll probably be good and interesting. But to me, the paranormal stuff in here was a little bit like, it was a little corny to me. Like I was just like, oh, like it. And I guess because technically this is like a romance book, I guess, but with like hints of like paranormal stuff in it. But like, I mean, not even hints, there's a lot, but it's just not like, it's not your typical thriller, I guess, horror, like scary, because I feel like it was just a little corny for me, let's just say that. But it took me a while to get through it too, because like I would read it and like I would want to know what's happening, but then at the same time I was like okay, like when stuff would happen like paranormal wise, I'm just like, all right, like that's, it's a little bit unrealistic, but like at the same time it probably is realistic, but it's just the way it was written, it wasn't like creepy or scary to me. But this was it was a good storyline altogether. Like at the end I was like, oh, okay, that was okay. Like it took a little while to get there, but it was a pretty good storyline, I guess, for like a romance type of book that was like a little bit more on the paranormal like side, I guess. But I did give this one 3 stars. Like I said, Colleen Hoover, I feel like she's easy to read, so I do like her writing. But this just wasn't my favorite out of hers. And I think maybe I'm glad I read like Verity and It Ends With Us first, because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have read them based off of this one. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so I gave this 3 stars. But all in all, it was still okay. Okay, and then the last book that I read in 2023, that I literally am obsessed with, and it's part of like a series that I have to read. But I got into dark romance, and I think that the thrillers, like horror, scary, creepy, dark, all that type of vibes, that's like what I'm interested in, and that is just more interesting to me. I don't know, but yeah, so I think I definitely found my type of romance books that I might like. But other than like the thrillers and stuff, because those would probably be my number ones. But this right here, this, Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I know some people said that they didn't really like this one, and this is the only one in the series that I read. I know there's like 4 other books, and I do have some of the other ones, and I'm going to get the other ones, and I'm going to read them probably in 2024. But this one right here is my favorite right now, and I cannot get over it. Like, I did not want to stop reading this, and then the fact that when I opened this book and saw this page where they have like the playlist for the book, and I saw like a lot of songs that I actually do like, and like listening to the songs, like this is the first time I've listened to songs while reading, and like listening to a playlist of a book. Listening to the songs while reading just took me into the world, and like I did not want this book to end. Like, that's how much I really liked this one. I did not want it to end. I did start it on my Kindle because I think it was on, yeah, it's on Kindle Unlimited. So I started on my Kindle, and I got like probably, not gonna lie, probably like 3 chapters in, and I was like, I need to go get the book, because this, I'm gonna like it. Like, I knew right away that I was gonna like it and I was gonna enjoy it, and I definitely did. And I read this in like a week, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I read this in like a week, like probably the fastest I've ever read a book in my life. And yeah, and I remember seeing this a while ago, like when I was in the world of like book talk and stuff, and I was like, oh, like like I probably won't like any of those. Like, I was like, romance, no. Like, that's what I was like. It was like thrillers all the way. Like, I just want thrillers, that's all I want. Dark romance though, especially this one, if you don't know what it's about, the gist or whatever, sorry, and I don't even think I said what half the other ones were about. I just assumed that you guys knew what they were about. But basically this is like a reimagining of Peter Pan, but like Hook, or like Captain Hook, basically is the main character, and the story follows like Captain Hook and Wendy, and basically he's trying to get revenge, and it's just the whole world itself. Like, I don't even think, it's not even the, like, the story was good, but it's not even that. It's oh, sorry, the lighting here, sorry if you can see the lighting coming from my window, but it's not even, the story was really good, but it's not even the story, it's that I literally felt like I wanted to be in this world. Like, whatever, like I can't even like tell you what it is. Like, just the world itself, like the Peter Pan, like dark, like, I don't know, it just I like would love if this would be a movie or something, and then like all the songs that were on the playlist need to be like in the movie. Like, it just fits so perfectly. And I was literally rooting for them the whole time. I was like, I really need them to be together. But yeah, so this was probably one of my favorite books that I've read so far. And I can't wait to read the other ones. There's like I said, there's like 5 other ones, and it's called the Never After series. If you didn't hear of it, I feel like the reason why I didn't explain any of these books, because I feel like everybody has, because like I feel like I'm late to like reading a lot of these things, but this was really one of my favorites, and I gave it a 5-star, of course. So and I read it super fast, but yeah, like I said, I did leave a review, but basically what I left was that I'm just starting to like get into reading, but this is by far my favorite one so far. And her writing was really easy to read, and I liked like how the chapters were pretty short, and I liked how it keeps going between like the point of view of like Hook and Wendy, and it was great. It was a really good book. I liked it. So if you're into dark romance, they do have trigger warnings, so definitely look into those before you read them. There's like basically discretion is advised and stuff like that at the, oh my god, this lighting, sorry about that. But yeah, so it's like a dark contemporary romance, I guess. But yeah, definitely look into it. But this is definitely one of my favorites, and I just love the cover. Like the way this book looks is so nice to me. But yeah, I was hooked as soon as I read like the first couple sentences in this book, and once I got to the third one, I was like, yeah, I need the physical copy. But and that's what I think I'm gonna do too, moving forward, especially because I don't really want like a bunch of physical copies, just because I have the Kindle, so I feel like, and I don't have like really that much space for it, but all like my favorite ones, like I want to definitely get, ooh, excuse me, I want to definitely get the physical copies of them. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to basically, like, if it's on Kindle Unlimited, I'm going to probably start reading it on here, and then if I really like it, then I'll go out and get the physical copy and like go back and forth, because I like going back and forth in between reading it. I kind of like reading the ends of books with the physical copy, just because I can see like how much I have left, and I'm like, oh, like I'm getting close. Like with the Kindle, I feel like I'm just like tapping, I'm like, all right, go, 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 and then like I get to the end and I'm just like, wait, it's over? Like, no. But yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. So for the books that I had DNF'd this year, it was just two. The first one was, I know a lot of people like this one, but it was Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know what was going on. Like, I just, like, I think I don't even know. I read quite a couple chapters. Like, I was pretty, I don't even know. I was at least like 50 pages in or so. But I just couldn't get into it. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I was just like, I feel like nothing was happening, and I think maybe it's just really slow in the beginning. This lighting is driving me crazy. This lighting that's coming from my window, like in the shade, just ignore that. But I don't know if I just couldn't get into, or I don't know, I think it just starts off slow, and I think that I just wasn't in that like mind frame of trying to like read it. When did I do this one too? I think, sorry, cut off. I think I might have, I think I was reading this in between when I read The Inmate and Layla, I think it was, and I ended up stopping reading this one and then went to read Layla. But it was just really slow. But I do think I will come back to this one, because I think I just wasn't in the mood for like reading or something at the time. Like, I was in a little bit of a rut, and yeah, and it was just too slow for me. But I do think that I will probably come back to this one, because I see a lot of people like it, especially at the end. They say it's really good, so I definitely think I'll go back to it. And I know she has a couple other books that people enjoy that are like, she's like a couple thrillers and stuff, so I'll probably go back to it when I'm more in the mood for like a thriller and in a reading mood. But I just couldn't get through it, so I had to stop it, and then I think I went to read Layla, and I struggled a little bit to get through that too. So it might have just been because I was like in kind of like a rut for reading. But yeah, I did DNF this one this year. The second one was Bunny by I can't say her, I don't know how to say her name, but this one yeah, I don't know, I'm just reading stuff on here and I'm like, wait, what? But I think I saw somebody reading this and they said that it was like really like crazy and weird, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll like that. But I think I kind of went into this a little bit blind, but I think I read maybe like 5 chapters and I just like could not get it. Like, nothing was happening yet. Like, I just couldn't get into it. Like, it was just too slow for me, I guess. Like, and I feel like they just kept talking about the same thing, and it was like, okay, like I get it. Now, is something gonna happen? Like, are you like, what's going on here? Like, I feel like, I don't know, it's like college girls, I think, and I don't know if it's like a sorority, oh my god, I can't talk. Oh my, you know what I'm talking about. I can't say it for some reason. I cannot say that word right now. But I don't know, it's just like a weird like group that like this girl like is like, like she's like an outsider of it, and she's just like, oh, like they're really weird, like, and stuff like that. And I don't know, and I think she gets invited to like a party or something, I don't know, from them. It's just, it was really weird, and I feel like literally that's all that I know. Like, I feel like nothing, she didn't even go to the party yet. Like, I just don't, like, I don't know if she was actually going to go. Like, I don't even know, because it was just, I just couldn't get into it. And so I DNF'd this, and that's when I picked up and started to read Hook. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to this one, to be honest, because I don't think the story is for me. So sorry about that. But if anybody liked it, that's great. But I think maybe it's because I'm a new reader, and the writing style is a little bit like weird to me. I don't know, I just didn't like the writing. I didn't like how slow it was, and I just felt like nothing was like really happening. But yeah, so these are them up again. And then so I read, was this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, yeah, 8. So I read 8 books, 8 books fully this year. Like I said, I started late, so yeah, and I'm a slow reader, but I read 8 this year. They were really good, and yeah, I'm excited to read some more for 2024. I do already have my TBR for 2024, and I did start reading a book already, even though it is like, what is it, even though it is December 29th. I did start reading another book, but I'm just going to include that in with 2024 because I probably won't be done until then. But yeah, those are all the books I read in 2023 and what I thought about them. And next year I'm hoping to have a lot more. I am gonna set kind of like a reading challenge, like reading goal thing on Goodreads for next year, and I'm gonna do a video probably when I do my TBR. I'll tell all about that. But yeah, I'm excited because I have my Kindle now too, and I love reading on the Kindle. And yeah, we'll see how many books I get through next year, and what kind of genres and stuff I'm in at that point. Like I said, this year I kind of just got started, so I know thriller, and then I only read 1 dark romance so far, and it was Hooked. And I know it's not as crazy as some of these other ones that I have been seeing because like I have been following a couple booktubers and been on TikTok and have seen that some of the other ones are a little bit crazier, and we'll see if I read those. But I did enjoy Hooked too, so we'll see how I feel. Probably at the end of 2024 it'll be like a whole different thing. Maybe I'll just read a fantasy in there, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just getting started, so I can't wait to see like the difference between this year and then next year, what it's like. So yeah, like I said, I'll see you in my next video, and in my TBR for 2024. And yeah, hope you guys have a nice new year. Bye guys.
Ryan Little.